everyone. Welcome to Life After Dusk. My name is Araceli, and I'm a mother of four, and a wife, and a dog mom. I'm doing this YouTube video to share with everyone what life has been like since I left my desk job. I grew up at a very young age. I started becoming an adult at a very young age, and I've just had to be super responsible and just work really hard for a really long time. And it wasn't, not that that's a bad thing, of course, but it wasn't up until recently that I left my job, and rather than going out and looking for something to replace that, I decided that I was just gonna stay home for a little while. I've done that a couple of other times in my life, and it was very short term. One of the times was after I had my most youngest, and I stayed home for a couple months, maybe a little bit longer than typical maternity leave. And the second time was when I had an accident, and I just couldn't drive or work for a little while. But other than that, I feel like I've just been working day in, day out. As soon as I pretty much became an adult. It's not a bad thing, but if anyone who knows me knows that when I work, I commit myself to my job big time. And it does take a toll on me. It takes a toll on my family. I always felt like I missed out on a lot because I was always working. And then when we had time off from work, I somehow managed to always bring my family to work. So if I had something to do on the weekend, I would always bring them along to help me out, whether it be moving furniture or whatever the case might be. Just all of us were always there. So this time I just decided that it was time for me to just stay home for a little while. Actually, not just me, it was me and my husband. I obviously couldn't have done it without his support. And I just decided that I needed to focus on my family, and it's probably been the best thing that I've done in a really long time. I have two kids that live at home and two kids that are adults, so they live on their own, have their own lives. But the two kids that are at home are 15 and 8 years old, and they need me, and they need somebody here. Yes, they're very capable of taking care of themselves in the sense of, serve your breakfast and do your homework and whatnot, but they're also super vulnerable to things that they could potentially get into and don't need to because someone's not here with them. So I've been here. This whole adventure started this summer. And sorry, that's my microwave with my cauliflower rice. This whole adventure started this summer, and so it was right after they got out of school. So I was able to stay at home with them, and we just started like all these projects together. And the kids were always like, "What errands are we running today, Mom? What are we doing today?" It was very rare that we were actually just sitting at home, and if we were, it's because I was exhausted from the day before. On our first couple of days that I was here with them, we started a garden. The house that we live in had an above ground garden already built in before we moved in, but it was just empty. And several months before we moved in, I kept saying that I wanted to have my garden and I wanted to plant stuff in there, but it requires time and attention, and I just didn't have it. I didn't even have the few minutes that it takes to water the plants. I didn't have time on the weekends to go and pick out the plants or whatever fruits and vegetables that I wanted to get to put in there because I was always so busy. And even when I was at home, I was doing work from home or whatever the case might be. So anyway, I said, you know what, let's get that garden going. And in one day we planted a bunch of stuff, which we didn't know what was going to work out, what was not going to. So we had tomatoes and peppers and basil and oregano and thyme and just all sorts of different things. The biggest one was cantaloupe, which was kind of fun because we saw it grow so fast, but little did we know that it was going to take over the whole garden. but we did see one cantaloupe sprout. So that was like seeing a little baby grow. I was so happy. Anyway, we also bought a raw picnic table, and we sanded it and painted it, and it was just, you know, something that we did together at the beginning of the summer, which just was set the tone for the rest of the summer. So anyway, I spent a lot of time with the kids, and redoing things in the house, some decorations, just different things, and a lot of moving furniture, and then I also decided that I was going to really tune into my food intake, my food prepping, and which then led to my husband being just as involved as well, which was really cool because he just never really took interest. He's naturally thin. He doesn't have to worry about gaining weight, super fast metabolism, but you know, he really needed to just focus on eating better. And with me here, I was able to help him with that, which then just made me so happy because I'm really into health and fitness, and him being a part of that was a really, really big deal for me. And him letting me do what I wanted to do here and needed to do, it also was just so comforting, and I just felt so loved, and I hope that he felt that way too, knowing that I was here doing these things for our family, that they very much needed it. So anyway, and on top of that, I get to be at home with my dogs, which is a really big deal. Like, I love my dog so much, and his name's Brody. He's actually right behind me. You can see them there sleeping. The white one is Brody, and the other one there, let's see if you can see them if I zoom. Nope. The other one laying there next to him is Apollo. Apollo is my husband's dog, and Brody is my dog. And I wanted to focus on some training to make him a better dog. It's just, all of it's been so fulfilling. I'm at the gym. I have like this like ideal life where I wake up and I get the kids ready, and then, you know, drop them off at school, and then I'm at the gym for a couple of hours, and I come home and, you know, eat my food and play with the dogs, and then get working on the house and do things that I want to do in the house. I was at Lowe's this morning right after the gym, and I was just so excited to get started on the next project. That table right behind us, I'm going to sand it down, and I'm going to paint it, and I have some other little projects going on here and there, and I go to at home, and I just doing so much. It really is so fulfilling, and I'm so happy that I am here at home, and being the mother and wife that I've needed to be for a really long time. So again, I'm just here to share this with you guys. I'm not here to give tips, tell you what to do in your house, tell you how to do workouts, everything that you see every day on YouTube. I'm just here to share it with you, and just realize like how important family really is, because it'll go by so fast. I mean, my son's already 15, and it just seems like a few years ago he was 6 years old. And in a couple more years, you know, he's gonna be graduating high school, and then, you know, and then they're off. And, you know, my oldest son, he moved out right away. So, you know, it all happened so fast. And then you just look back and think, you know, was all the time that I spent at work worth it? Was, you know, everything that I missed, is it worth it? And the answer is no. And so I'm trying to make up for that now and be here for them, and just be a better person, be a better friend to friends that haven't been, that maybe I haven't just been a good friend to, or just didn't make the time for them. I want to be a better wife, because I was always so wrapped up in work that being a wife just meant bringing a paycheck too, I guess. And so anyway, that's the point of all this. So I hope that you guys enjoy this, and I'll be posting videos periodically. just with my new upcoming projects so everyone can see. And if you don't have the capability of staying at home or the luxury of staying at home like I do, which I'm extremely grateful for, it doesn't mean that you can't do what I'm doing as far as being with your family. Just really make the time and know that work will always be there and your family won't. They will move on, the kids will get bigger. You know, you can continue to grow as a family even if they aren't home. Even if they grow up and they're adults, you know, you can continue to make your family stronger, but you have to be there for them. So anyway, yeah, that's all I have to say. Talk to you guys soon.